just a facility. We're going to talk all sports with all the vibes in the world. Shady McCoy, is Lamar Jackson officially out of excuses?
I think he's been out of excuses. If you watch the way he's playing, the way he's talking, he's all about a championship. He don't want no excuses.
Yeah.
I think this is the perfect offense. Even Devontae coming over, I think he's a hell of a player.
No doubt.
Right? Even in Pittsburgh, I love him because he gets separation. Right? Another thing I like about this offense is when you bring Derrick Henry, it's like everything just can't be on Lamar Jackson now. Now, okay, where's Derrick at? Okay, where's Lamar at? Like, there's so much you have to worry about. And if I watched that Browns game again just to make sure I wasn't tripping. And they should have won that game.
No doubt.
It was a lot of drops on defense, a lot of picks.
A lot of drops on offense.
Jameis played well, but he'll give you some picks. They dropped them. And on offense, James Jones was right. They dropped a lot of balls. And I think that's where this trade came in. Like, okay, Aguilar, we seen you drop mad balls in Philadelphia. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but I witnessed it. I watched it. And it still hurts me to this day.
Wide open.
Never do get a drop. He's like, ooh, it hit you. Right? And now you bring some extra help at the wide receiver level where if they don't have some of them drops, they win them games. And the last thing is, I think you need two players that does well in space. When you bring him over here, mixed up with Zay Flowers, now it's so much space where if I throw a pass to one of these dudes, they can make the first guy miss and go 20, 30 yards.
Yeah. Now, Lamar's been out of excuses for me. I mean, y'all realize about 5 teams a decade when they win the Super Bowl, so 50% of the time, it's because they have top-flight defenses. Lamar last year had a number 1 defense. Yeah. His excuses were done then. I mean, in 2013, the Seahawks, 2015, Peyton Manning, 2016, the Patriots, 2017, the Eagles, they all had top 5 defenses. I didn't even take y'all back to the bottom of that list when you see 03, 04, 05, 08, 2010, James Jones's Packers. You win Super Bowls when you have elite defenses. The only time Aaron Rodgers got his Super Bowl was when he had an elite defense. One of the 2 times Peyton Manning got his Super Bowl, not the appearance, the win, is when he had an elite defense. Understand, look at all those Patriots, Tom Brady teams.
I know, it's a lot of top
defenses. Lamar ran out of excuses last year when he had an elite defense. For me, now it's kind of like a room escape. We all got to do one at the beginning of the season. You're in a room, you got 60 minutes to get out of it. You try a bunch of different keys, different key codes. Y'all have done it, I'm sure, at home, or you heard about it. The Ravens tried the elite defense key. It didn't get them out of the room being winning a Super Bowl. Now they're trying the elite offense key. Hey, unanimous MVP, we're going to give you another running back, Derrick Henry. In addition to the running back, you got Rashad Bateman. We drafted him in the first round. Zay Flowers, we drafted him in the first round. Mark Andrews, a third-round pick some years back. Isaiah Likely, an elite tight end. And then we're going to acquire Diontae Johnson, who was a former 1,000-yard receiver. Now they're trying the offensive key. This has to get you out of the door being to a Super Bowl, because they're trying all these different keys. But Chase, to me, he's been out of excuses.
Yeah, I'm almost shady. He has been out of excuses. And quite honestly, I don't know if this is a needle mover enough to get you over the hump to win a Super Bowl, because that defense is last in passing yards allowed per game. That, like, people don't talk about all the losses they had on defense. We want to talk about Lamar, rightfully so. And Diontae Johnson, I'm excited to see him in the offense with Zay Flowers, because both of those guys are man beaters. Both of those guys are separators. But it just, I like the move. He's going to go in and be number 2. It just, for me, it doesn't make it any easier for Lamar, I don't think. Maybe a third down here, maybe a third down there. But for me, it's all about that defense, and it's not been good. I mean, James, what does he do so well that you think, or do you think is a needle mover for him?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a needle mover. But Lamar Jackson's been out of excuses, though. I mean, we can't sit up here. You had the number 1 offense, 2019. You had 2 top 5 offenses the last 2 years. We're the top defense, and you did not get it done. So the excuses for Lamar Jackson has been gone a long, long time ago. It's about winning the championship. But Diontae Johnson, what he does bring is exactly what Lamar Jackson needs. And that is a receiver that can create separation immediately. That's why Zay Flowers is really good with them.
You coached up, so you get a player like that make you miss. It's hard to be this one.
Here's what has to be frustrating, though, for Ravens fans. Like, Lamar has given them the pinnacle of success year after year after year after year. But eventually there has to come a time where you get over the hill. Yeah. There has to come a time where you get the job done. There has to come a time where you finally see the confetti fall on you and you hoist that trophy, 2-5.
And we got to be realistic, though. Like, if Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid wasn't there in the AFC, I think we'd have seen him in the Super Bowl. I could say that. I could see him beating Joe and Josh, right? But it's different, and Andy Reid is different, and the Chiefs are different. But I will say this, though. This is the first time I've seen Lamar take over no matter what's going on. When I say that, I don't care what the defense is doing, right? I don't care what the offense is doing. I'm going to find a way to get it done. When I watched the last couple games, no matter if the Chiefs, if it was the Browns, Lamar is doing his job.
No doubt.
Every time I was watching the games, okay, they're never out of it. They go down there and score, so what? Lamar's going to score again. And this is the first time I can say, yo, no matter what's going on defense, on special teams, wherever it is, Lamar has been the answer.
Well, and you brought up Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, and we all agree they're the best. They've been the best,
sure,
really, for the past 6 years overall success. But that's why people are saying Lamar's out of excuses, because to be the best, you have to beat the best. Yeah. And if you can't even get to a Super Bowl, you get to an AFC Championship game at home last year, you're 2-4 in the playoffs. You haven't won an AFC Championship game. You haven't gotten to a Super Bowl. That's sort of his legacy a little bit right now, right? That's why we're talking about this. You have to be able to do something special when it's the biggest game of the year, when you're at home, and Lamar last year didn't do it. He's playing better than he ever has this year, to be completely honest with you, from a film perspective. He's running it better. He's throwing it better. He's a better pocket passer. He's a better play action. He's the best version of Lamar we've ever seen. And we can all sit up here and say, I don't know if they can beat the Chiefs.
But here's what's frustrating,
you know what I mean?
though, is like, we act like the Patriots never lost.
Yeah.
It was Tom Brady's league for 20 years.
Here and there.
But there was a 10-year stretch where the Patriots didn't even win one.
Yeah.
Just a full-blown 10-year stretch where the Patriots didn't win one. Then beyond that, I think it was the Bucs in 2002, 2003 Super Bowl. They won one. Tom Brady won in 01, it was, 01, 02. And then he goes and he wins in 3 and 4. The Bucs did win.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers did win in 5. You can get a Super Bowl even if it is somebody else's dynasty and their legacy. So for me, 2-5, I hear you, but I'm just like, Pat runs the world.
You're talking about 20 years, though, work for the Patriots. So I can see that. I can see the next, another 6-7 years, right? That'll be, 11, 12.
Sure.
Right? Where a team might win one.
But remember, why was it Stafford who got one? Why wasn't it you, Lamar? Because you got 2 MVPs.
That's a good question. Because of Stafford. That's what I'm saying. The Steelers won because of Big Ben showed up. The problem with Lamar Jackson, and the reason why he's out of excuses, he does not show up.
In the playoffs.
Like Shady's saying, right now, if Lamar's playing the way he's playing right now and they lose in the playoffs, we are going to say it ain't Lamar Jackson. So forget all them what you finna say on TV the next day because they lost. It's not Lamar. You cannot say that right now.
Yeah.
The way he has played in the postseason, you can get up on the TV and say, man, Lamar did not show up. The defense showed up and held him to 0 in the second half. But Lamar did not show up. Matthew Stafford made some of those big-time throws. We've seen some of the throws he was making in the Cooper Cup and all that, making these dudes better. Yeah. That's not what Lamar Jackson is in the postseason. And that's why he's out of excuses, because nobody cares about the regular season no more. We know you are an MVP caliber player. You showed that twice, won unanimous, but you haven't showed MVP qualities in the postseason. And that's why you're out of excuses. So he got to show up, or the Baltimore Ravens going to be in the same spot.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.